What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I just want to take a few seconds and go over who my teammate is on my F1 team I just created called Vulcan F1 Team. Previously, I was on Aston Martin, and then before that, I was on Ferrari. But I decided to make my own team just because I wanted to add a new team to the grid, and I previously playing F1 2019 and 2020. Definitely something that I enjoyed was creating my own team. Or no, actually I think it was F1 2020 when I first did that. Creating my own team, being able to build it up and build up my teammate. On F1 2020, the mistake that I made with my own team that I created was, I guess, not believing in the potential that my teammate had, and like after the first 5-6 races, because I did the full season. So after the first, like, I'd say 5-6 races before the summer break, they just still weren't performing, even though I was doing the upgrades for their racecraft and their focus, the awareness. I was doing all the things I was supposed to do with the simulator and everything, but they just weren't performing. So I kind of would switch out my teammate, or I'd put drivers that were already on the grid onto my watch list, and I would just try to choose them. And even when I went through my first teammate, I still traded him for Pierre Gasly. So even when I got Pierre, he still was in the same position as the last teammate I had, which I believe was Callum Ilott. They both were still, like, I guess, lower midfield. So they were like 12, 13, 14th place. And I was always in the top 10. And I was confused of how I was doing so good, but they weren't, when I was still focusing on building up their racecraft and their awareness and all that stuff, like aside from building the engine and all those departments. So I guess now I'm just going to stick to Christian Lundgaard, who is my teammate. I'm going to stick to him so he can actually build up and develop as a driver, and I'm not just throwing him out the window because he's not performing. Obviously, I know that this is our first season on the grid, so it's going to take some time for us to build our team up, be able to have a competitive power unit. Really, I've been working mostly on aerodynamics and the power unit as a whole, instead of, I mean, durability I do kind of work on, but I'm not really concerned with that right now, because even if it's a failure of 40%, it still allows me, or still allows anyone to go back, redo it, and it's already fitted to the car. So really, I want to build up the powertrain so we have a competitive edge on the straights, and definitely redesigning, or the chassis even, kind of making it more lightweight and redesigning some of the parts so that it's more competitive with downforce on some of the corners and certain maps that we ride on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My teammate is Christian Lundgaard. I definitely have some good battles in this race with Sebastian Vettel. He kept popping up out of nowhere. Even after he took a late pit stop, he got into a little scuffle, damaged his front wing, so he took a pit stop and comes out right in front of me. Carlos Sainz I had some good rides with. And then I think there was one with George Russell or Nicholas Latifi. I'm not exactly sure, but one of the Williams cars was on me for a few laps towards the end of the race. So I hope you guys enjoy. And you know the drill. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Turn on the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date with new videos that I release, most of the time weekly. Have a good day and enjoy the video.
At a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than 1/10 of a second. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the circuit Gilles-Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
Let's run you through the grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Lewis Hamilton and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Gasly, Sainz and Byrne, Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda and Ocon, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, George Russell and Lance Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Lundgaard and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.